Welcome back to Open Window Politics. Today we're going to be doing my latest prediction of Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. We will be just using this 270 map right here to give us some characterizations on which candidate will end up winning each state. So I've already characterized all the safe, well, the map has already characterized all the safe, likely, and there's a few lean seats for the Democrats. We have Minnesota and New Hampshire. And for the Republicans, so far we just have North Carolina. So I'm going to be doing a couple more lean seats as well, most of these are going to be tilt. And we're going to be going through the latest polls in each state to give us a characterization of how each one will likely end up voting. So you've probably already noticed there is a small difference in the makeup of which states are competitive. I've moved Georgia over to be a toss-up state. I will, of course, be characterizing it, but I no longer think that if it were that Harris v. Trump, I think Harris would be able to pull up the margin a bit better. I think that in Georgia, it would still likely be a Republican victory if the election were to be held today. But all in all, it narrowed up a bit in the polls. We can check the latest polls in Georgia. So as you can see, Trump is up by 2 or 3, or down here 2 or 1. Before that, though, against Biden, he was up by 5 or 4. So Trump is still in the lead, but it's been shortened down to probably about a point, which is about what I guess that Georgia will end up being determined by. Then we'll get started with the state of Nevada. We'll go and look at the polls in that. I believe that Trump is ahead, but we can double check. So in the polls in Nevada, it looks like we don't have too many of Trump versus Harris. We just have this one with him being up by 10. I doubt that is actually going to happen, but we'll be using that poll. I do think that it's probably going to be a tilt R. I'm going to give it that as characterization as a Republican state. Then we will go to the state of Arizona. In Arizona, we'll see if things are different. It may be. In Arizona, the latest poll has Trump up against Harris by about 5 or 8. So definitely, the Democrat is winning by about 4. And then the poll before that, the Democrat was winning by about 7. So pretty good return for the Democrats there. On the Senate level, not so good in the presidential. So we're going to give that state as a tilt R. So that's 268 electoral college votes for Donald Trump to 226 for Kamala Harris. Then we will go to the state of Wisconsin as the next state to characterize. In Wisconsin, things might be a little bit different. We'll have to see what the polling numbers are in Wisconsin. There we go. So we'll just be looking at this one. So the latest poll has, on the Senate level, Baldwin is up by about 5 points. On the presidential level, it looks like Harris is up by about a point, so definitely within the margin of error. But for now, we're going to give the state of Wisconsin to the Harris campaign, which will be 236 electoral college votes for the Democrats to 268 for the Republicans. And then let's go to the state of Michigan to characterize that one. It's probably going to be a pretty competitive state as well. So we have an even poll and then a Trump up by 2. So for now, we're going to go with a tilt Republican rating, just because, the latest poll has it as a toss-up, but going to the poll before that gives us a tilt Republican rating. And with that, Trump is able to achieve 283 electoral college votes. So regardless of what happens in Pennsylvania, it will be a Trump presidency. We will now go and characterize the state of Pennsylvania just to make sure we can complete the map. We will be going down let's see here, Pennsylvania, there it is. And in Pennsylvania, things are looking pretty good for the Trump campaign. On the Senate level, though, Bob Casey is doing pretty well. So for now, we're going to give that as a tilt Republican rating for the state of Pennsylvania. I do feel like of these 3 states, Michigan is probably going to be the most likely to vote blue. So I could see a world where Wisconsin is tilt red, where Michigan is tilt blue. But I do think that this is a reasonable prediction. I don't know if it would actually come to fruition on Election Day, but we'll have to see what happens. And feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.